Hey guys. So today I'm going to be reviewing, kind of recapping target audience's Deep Space Nine reaction. Now, normally I would do these probably individually, but I'm going to do this the pilot, Emissary, as well as the second episode. Why can't I remember? Oh, past prologue. So, for DS9, for the first episode, I thought their reaction was good. It's fun for me to see these guys watching the series, knowing what happens all the way through, seeing them kind of that first, like, 3-4 episodes of them getting to really learn the characters, learn the environment, learn about DS9, learn about the world. They're talking about the wormhole, and maybe the space station will move throughout the seasons, and that's not exactly the scenario, but the thing is it's cool to me to see people that are enjoying a show start trying to have the gears spin of like, I wonder what this is like, and then to see like how much their opinion is going to change from like season 3 or 4 compared to how when they just first start. I'm predicting, like a lot of people, that maybe like Bashir and O'Brien will be two of their favorites, maybe Odo. It's crazy because from the very start of the series, the character development, I think even more than TNG, other than like certain characters like Picard and Data really have a whole lot of character development in TNG, but other characters it's not quite so deep. DS9 really hones in on all of the characters and goes really pretty deep, honestly, with the backstory. I mean, and really getting into the personality, the beliefs, meeting other people in their lives, possibly parents and kids and relatives, and understanding some of their frame of mind of some, which I just watched last night. Who is it, Jen, whatever, she watched that episode, but their state of mind, their all that stuff, you really get to understand a lot in Deep Space Nine. So I'm eager for them to keep going in Deep Space Nine. I'm very eager to see their reactions, 2, 3, 4 more episodes in, honestly, and I'm really hopeful that it will, that they'll keep enjoying it and they'll be pleasantly surprised by some of the things that I was originally. Learning about Odo's, backstory and his situation, and that's a great, story eventually, and all these things that happen that are kind of drip fed throughout the course of the show. I think are wonderful, and I'm just excited to see. They brought up a lot of things. They've been talking about specific characters. So for Emissary, they were talking about the set design and willing to blow up the set and all these different things, which I do agree with. You just start to show. What I wonder is if they had flipped it. I'm wondering if when they filmed it, how at the very beginning of the episode when Sisko first gets on the station and there's, it's all wrecked, and I'm wondering if they filmed it out of order. They filmed them destroying the station and then filmed that last part. So basically Sisko coming onto the station in the beginning was filmed like last, after they had filmed all those explosions, rather than destroying the set, rebuilding it, redestroying it. I think that would have made more sense, honestly. But yeah, it's cool to see Odo's changing form and stuff, and Josh keeps mentioning T-1000. I think that's a very astute, and I'm sure that's the influence that they were going for. So yeah, as far as season 1, or as far as the first episode, seemed like they enjoyed it, and then they were kind of just like, yeah, I can't wait to see more, to kind of see what this series ends up becoming. And then the second episode, past prologue, is the first real standalone episode, and it seems like they've been enjoying it. Tana Los and Kira kind of having to make her, riding the fence a little bit, riding the line as far as like, is she going too far? Is she betraying Starfleet? Is she betraying her people? And her conversation with Odo, and all these different scenarios. The analogy of some kind of crane that sometimes will hide so long underwater that it ends up drowning. There's some good moments, and Garak. Now, Garak is a favorite character of mine. I think he's one of the best characters in Deep Space Nine. He's not one of the main cast members, but he always, to me, adds a flair I think his inclusion in any episode is a positive and a strength rather than ever a detractor. And then there's his interactions with other characters along the way in the future of the show. Other Cardassians, or Bashir, or the captain, or Sisko, Odo, like all these little interactions that he has. And as the show goes on, there's some pretty good, interactions there. So I'm glad they're enjoying it. I really think, as they said they have, I think, 8 episodes of DS9 to watch before they go back to TNG. So I think probably by 8 episodes, you would probably know, I would think, if you were really enjoying an episode. Or a series. I'm trying to think of how many episodes it took me before I was hooked on Heroes or Fringe, and I feel like, some of these shows, but some of those are a little bit more episodic with cliffhangers at the end and stuff. But even so, I feel like probably 8 to 10 episodes, and you should be able to really have a handle on if a show is for you, if you like it, whatnot. So anyway, that'll do it. I just wanted to give my thoughts on their reactions, and I'm enjoying their reactions. I'm excited for them to, get going here and get into more DS9, almost more than finishing TNG at this point. There's still some really good episodes of TNG coming up in season 6 and 7, but I think I'm actually looking more forward to DS9 than the rest of TNG at this point. And even to see their thoughts down the road on how they, what they think of Voyager. So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully you check out my reaction after checking out their reaction. Keep in mind, if you are watching this first for any reason, definitely go check out Target Audience. Go check out their reactions. I like their channel. I like what they're doing. I just kind of wanted to be able to have, since I'm not I'm not one of their patrons. I'm not in any of their groups or anything where I can, really discuss with any of their bridge members or whatever. I thought I'd just post some videos, post reviews after they've done their reaction. So this will be for the pilot, Emissary, and for the second episode. Technically episode 3, but whatever, the first official episode after the pilot, past prologue. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll see you next time.